Welcome back, DoomTubers, to another video. Today, we're experimenting with another angle because I still haven't quite figured out the lighting situation in here just yet. The light's over there, and the window, there's windows there, windows over there, and a window over there. So, whichever way I face, there's kind of a glare coming from the window. So unless I'm recording at night, which I'm not. It's like, well, it's evening right now. I think it's like, I don't know, 7 o'clock p.m. sometime. I don't know. Clock behind. Oh, that says it's 8:15. I guess it's later than I thought. Anyway, we were talking about games that I'm not sure a whole lot of people that are interested in my channel will be interested in hearing about, and that's okay. I'm sure this will be my least watched video in a while. I am talking about the trilogy that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, starting with Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. I did play them very close together. Not necessarily one right after the other. This one, number 4, I actually beat in one day. I was homesick from work, and it was really hot in my house because my air conditioner wasn't working. And I was just in the mood to play a first-person shooter. I'd been playing a ton of Street Fighter, so I was just in the mood to play a first-person shooter. So I pulled it off the shelf, put it in, and this one took the most amount of time of the three of them. This one didn't have an in-game clock, so I don't know exactly how long it took me to finish. I'm going to say probably between 6 and 8 hours in there somewhere, because I did play it most of the day, but not like non-stop. I took long breaks, and I started at probably 9 or 10 in the morning, and I was finished by 6 or 7 in the evening. But I took long breaks, so I didn't just plow right through it, but I did beat it in a day. And I will say I don't know for sure if it's my favorite of the trilogy. I want to say that it is, but I don't know for sure, because as good as this one is, like, it is fantastic. The other two are really good too, and they have a couple of, some flaws, but all of them have flaws. But for as much crap as the Call of Duty series gets, man, especially this trilogy, fantastic storytelling here. This is really good. And if you don't like military first-person shooters, you're probably not going to be into it anyway, and that's fine. I mean, the military first-person shooters aren't everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. But as far as like a really good first-person shooter goes, especially this trilogy is really like one of the best. Like, as far as just quality and fun. Like, it is just a really, really good series. Now, I'm not going to talk about the story a whole lot, just because there's a lot of names, and really the first game can stand on its own. And once you get to the end of this game, you're perfectly okay with basically how it ends, and it's okay, whatever. But playing it, I mean, obviously you know that there's 2 sequels, so you know where it's kind of going to go. So this game is definitely a standalone game, and for one, I can talk about this game for a little bit, because I've owned it the longest. Not actually this copy. I actually got rid of my original copy a while back, but I got this game for the first time pretty close to its launch, and I played the piss out of the multiplayer. This was definitely, in a lot of people's minds, this was the Halo killer, and I've heard that term used before, and it's true. Like, before this game, I was strictly a Halo 3 player. I played a ton of Halo 3 online, but man, when I saw this game, my brother-in-law bought this game, and he brought it over to my house, and I can remember that weekend just, oh my god, it was one of those experiences too, like, where it was so much fun too to just watch the person playing. The multiplayer on this game was just outstanding. It was so good. And my other brother-in-law at the time went out and bought it like that same weekend after seeing the gameplay and having so much fun. The three of us did. And lo and behold, shortly after, I went out and bought my own copy too, because it was so worth it to play. It was such a fantastic online first-person shooter, and I had so much fun with it. I never prestiged in it, I don't think, because like this was the first game I think that had like a prestige thing. This was the first one on the 360, and I didn't really care, but I was so happy to get up to that top level, that 5-star general level. That was like quite an accomplishment for me. Like I was so happy to get there. So yeah, that's the only game. This is the only online game I've ever maxed out a character level, and that's kind of an accomplishment in itself. And that kind of gives you a hint as to how much I played this game online. And not only that, but like you can still get on this game online, and there's still a bunch of people playing. You know, a couple thousand anyways, playing this game. I think at this point there's a lot of people that have kind of hacked it, and since, you know, the mods really aren't really interested in keeping hacks off of the servers, you know, you got people that are, you know, unbeatable and stuff like that, and whatever. I mean, that's fine. It's been out for a long time. What year did this come out? 2007. So yeah, this game is seen its share of online play, and it is wonderful, and the campaign is no slouch. Seriously, it is. I don't want to say back when people cared about first-person shooter campaigns, because I still really care about them, but a lot of people, especially fans of the Call of Duty franchise, really don't care about the campaign. It really takes a back seat, and it's sad. I liked Ghosts a lot when it came out. I played it. I played the campaign. I played quite a bit of the multiplayer, and I loved it. But really, I mean, as good as I thought that the first person or the single player campaign was, it could have been so much better, and it was not better than these by any means. It's much below these as far as overall quality, but it could have been really great because of the different mechanics, and the story itself could have been really great too, but it's kind of lacking. But I am looking forward to the next one. And that brings us to Modern Warfare 2. Now this game improved, pretty much, for me at least, improved pretty much everything about the series in general, and about that game too. I did play a bit, not near as much online as this one, because when this one actually came out, I actually didn't have a working 360. I had a 360 still, and it wasn't working at the time. It had red ringed, and I had sent it off to get it fixed or whatever at some point, but not yet. So when this game was out, I didn't, or when this game was new, I didn't play it, and I actually didn't buy it till years and years and years later. Actually, just picked this up, I think just last year, maybe the year before or sometime. Not too. Too much longer, or not too long ago. Actually picked them these both up together, and I was so impressed by the quality of the campaign. Continued straight where that one left off. This one picked right up, and you just on it from the very beginning, and it is very, very good. One of the best scenes or missions in the game for me was like one of the first ones, like the most fun missions was like chasing people down in a snowmobile, and like that was just really, really cool. Like it just, I don't know, there's something about that mission. It was like seriously like the first or second mission, you're like chasing somebody in a snowmobile, and it was just really cool. And I don't have a whole lot to say about this one other than the story was really great, because I didn't have near as much experience with this. This campaign was probably less than 5 hours, and I did play these two really close together. I might have even started this one the same night that I beat this one, because I think I had stopped pretty close to the end of this one, and then I picked it up and beat it, and then threw this one in and played a few missions too. There was a few days, seriously, just like days, not even a week, maybe a week, between the time that I finished Call of Duty 4 and the time that I started this one, and I picked this one up. And these two, in all honesty, the improvements are there still. I mean, there's more weapons. There are slight improvements, but all in all, I would say that these two, as far as quality goes, like technological quality, they're about the same, and they're so short. So short. I beat this one in just over 4 hours. They should have been one game. This should have been one thing. Should have been Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare 2 is what it should have been, because there's not a big enough leap to me, personal opinion here, in quality between this game and this game to justify the super short campaign. But of course, this game was I will say the first game, maybe World at War because it was the one between these two. Probably the first game in the series, even though the campaign was great, to really cater to that online multiplayer as being number one seat, and single player campaign being in the passenger seat. Now, that's not to take away from this story, because I really think that this is my favorite of the three, I think, campaign-wise. This one was really good. Really good. But also, the end. That ending. Man. This one gets my award for the best ending. And seriously, I know that I haven't said a whole lot of things about bad about these games. There is some glitches, especially in this one. I noticed a lot of glitchiness. There was one mission towards the end where there was tons of characters, just NPCs, enemies and people on your side, just like stuck in their animation and just like a statue, not moving at all. Tons of them. Even like death animations where they were getting shot, they were falling, they're just frozen. So there was a ton of that in this game. There was some glitchiness in this. These are far from perfect, and I understand the gripe that everyone seems to have with Call of Duty coming out yearly, especially catering to the multiplayer only crowd. I get it. I honestly do. And that's fine. You are fully entitled to that opinion, but I, for one, am a big fan of when they do their single player campaign, right. And I like the online multiplayer too. I won't be a hypocrite. I do really enjoy playing Call of Duty online. It's just a fact. But I will be an advocate for their single player campaigns as long as they're good. If it really sucks, then that's one thing. And if it's short, that is a major flaw, but it is not a deal-breaking flaw for me. And I can wait. I can wait until buying them cheap. I just bought a copy of the first Black Ops, not that long ago. And I don't even have my copy of Black Ops 2 anymore. I bought it when it first came out, primarily for online multiplayer and Nazi zombies. I won't lie. I won't be a hypocrite. I like that stuff a lot. So, I'm all for buying these games when they're cheap, but if you're a fan of first-person shooters and you have whatever stigma you have against the Call of Duty series, I urge you, if you can find the trilogy, the Trinity, the Call of Duty trifecta that is Modern Warfare, seriously, give it a try, because they are really solid and admittedly short. I keep saying that, and I sound like I'm begging you to go out and play these games, and I'm not. But they are very good and much better than most people will give them credit for. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Doom Waves approved, for whatever that's worth. Doom Waves out.